take them off again.
All right,
But I
we're
kind of
back.
like...
Oh, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. We weren't doing anything.
Nothing at all? You don't like anything?
Nope.
Scheming.
Oh.
Nope. We don't scheme.
Yeah.
Sure you don't. Sure, of course. Okay. So you guys just killed six people, obviously intent on attacking you. When you look back at the camp, you see that...
Worked out for him pretty well.
You see your Garthok is there. What you assume is he's talking to the other Garthoks. So they're doing that. I don't know. They're or something.
Wait.
Can I make an intellect roll to see if I can understand what they're saying?
Yes, that'll be a difficulty of 10.
How are you?
Did you really want to make that roll? Okay. You never know. I don't know what Tuck is gonna do. Yeah, that's where we are. You have 3 Garthoks.
We have the Garthoks, we have the Ciphers. We divided up the money already. Was there any like rations or any sort of like other supplies with them?
The 3 people you were with had about 3 or 4 days worth of supplies total between them. So you can take that. I'll say 4 days worth of supplies between the 3 of them.
So, wait, when you say that, do you mean 4 days worth of supply individually, or 4 days worth of supplies and 4 rations? Or, sorry, 8 rations?
The 3 of them had 4 days worth of supplies for all of them. So if you'd use 2 rations a day...
So they had rations
8,
for 1 day.
They had 8 rations each, which would last 4 days.
Okay. Each. Okay, that makes more sense to me.
Did any of them have like knives?
Knives? They have their swords and stuff like that. That you saw.
And I would still like to continue roaming further out from the direction that the sneaky guys came from.
Yeah, definitely.
Assuming we can see enough, or is it too dark?
It's pretty dark, but the other problem with that is that they kind of came at you from all directions. So is there a particular direction you kind of want to go?
I look over at Skylar and wave her over, because she's better in the dark than I am, and ask her, what do you think? They probably have a camp nearby or something. They left their mounts. Because why would these 3 be by themselves, right? Where do you think they are?
You can say one came from the north, one came from the east, and one came from the south.
Ladies' choice.
Before we do that, is there any way to salvage any of the crossbow bolts that I missed stuff with, or are they just broken?
How many did you shoot?
Good question.
I thought you were keeping track. You made such a big deal. I've been keeping track of my bolts.
I have, but how many of them I missed? I think I missed like 3.
3? All right, roll a d3. What would a d3 look like? Oh. The wonders in this world. A d4 doesn't even make sense to me, so. 2. You get 2 bolts back.
Okay. You said north, east, and south?
Yes.
So why don't we check north, since it's on the way to where we're going anyway? See if there's a camp.
It's not going to be that far away. And we're not traveling at night.
The road you're on goes to the north and south as well.
I feel like if we stick to the road, it'd be easier to see. But that's just my opinion.
What time at night is it again?
It was during it's about midnight.
Yeah, so there's we're not traveling the rest of the night. You know what I mean? I think they left, if they had mounts, they're pretty close to here, because they're not going to travel far themselves.
That's not a 3-sided die. I don't know what that is. It's an egg.
All right, but if you want to check to
I don't
the
want to go
north.
too far anyway.
Right.
'Cause
Yeah, we're not going to go
nighttime.
far. We'll go like 100 meters kind of thing.
We
Like
could
not.
always split up in the different directions.
We could do that. Yeah. Well, in that case, do you want to go north? I'll go east.
Sure. Crossbow at the ready.
Tuck and Shiro, do you guys want to stay at camp?
I'd like to go back to sleep. I
That
need to
means Tuck
recover
gets to
all
watch.
that might.
Speaking
Yeah, I'm
of,
gonna
I'd like
stay
to
at
use
camp.
my recovery roll.
Okay, you want to use your one action recovery rolls?
Alright.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good point. Yes, please.
Shiro got something. Yeah. Critical hit on your recovery.
Yeah, so I'm going to go east like maybe 100 meters, 150 tops.
Okay.
Uh,
I don't know what a meter is,
Looking
but
around.
sure.
oh, sorry. Rough equivalency to a
He's
yard,
trying.
kind of.
Okay. A yard.
3 feet?
So you walk about 4 feet in front of you. I don't see a base here.
100 of them.
Oh, 100 yards. Okay, you said a yard.
You totally did.
100, but I said 100 meter. Oh, I see. But I meant a meter is a rough equivalency.
Okay,
to...
okay, I got you. You go east. Soul goes north. You're going.
Yes.
Okay. Shiro's going to sleep, and what is Tuck doing?
Tuck's gonna stay at the camp, but stay watch.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead and roll a d20. Those of you that are going out.
Is it like an intellect roll, or can I apply effort? To mine?
There's nothing to
Is there
apply.
value to it?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I don't see anything.
Yeah, neither of you really find a camp in your areas.
Well, I'll swing by down to the south and then go back into our camp.
I'll head just right back to camp.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20 for south. You don't find a camp to the south either.
All right.
All right,
Go
so
back to camp.
all of you go back to camp. Do y'all want to rest the night then?
Yep. Can I use a recovery roll again, or is that like?
You can use your 10 hours again. All of you,
Okay, cool.
if you're sleeping.
Hey, I'm Shiro.
It was a good try. All right. So you guys sleep through the night. Nothing else happens during the night. I'm sure you don't want to be attacked again. But you wake up and you see the true horrors of the battlefield around you as there's just blood everywhere. And you wake up to the sound of a traveler vomiting on the side of the road at the sight of all the blood.
What does said traveler look like? And I will approach him.
he just has kind of a cowboy hat of sorts, and he's just he's wearing some shorts and a button up shirt and a cowboy hat. Maybe not the most fashionable looking guy you've ever seen, but he does have a pack on his back.
I say, "Hail, traveler."
He's just keeps on vomiting. He just says, "There's so much blood."
Want some
Really?
water?
I hadn't noticed.
I'd like to sit up all covered in blood and say, "Morning, friend."
As soon as you sit up and say morning, he just has a look of fear on his face, and he gets up and just starts booking it back south, all the while vomiting.
So he can't be traveling very fast, right?
Oh,
No,
don't.
not really. He's running about as fast as you can run while throwing up.
The poor guy.
What in the world did y'all say to him to make him run away like that?
Shiro said, "Good
We
morning."
said we came from Thamor. I want to try hunting for in the morning.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll a level 3. You're getting a lot from these what are they called? Mufficorns. I'm gonna say those are gonna go ahead and be level 5s. Because you're getting a ton of rations out of those things anyways.
We have more mouths to feed.
Well, it's not my problem.
We're rolling a
Would
d20.
would they be able to roll like a lower difficulty for like herbs and roots and berries kind of thing that they might know how to eat?
Yeah, sure. If you want to
Like a
get
lesser amount.
if you want to get like plants and stuff and make a salad, that'd be a 3.
I cannot survive on berries and plants.
You have your tube.
needs
You don't need
meat.
you
anything.
have you have your tube and you have like 4 days worth of rations left. You're good.
So you said a 3 for berries?
Yeah, sure.
I didn't get anything for the meat either.
Okay. Shiro finds some berries. He eats them. His tongue kind of swells up for a few minutes and then swells back down.
He's fine.
I was like, that's not a 1.
I want to check, like, while they're doing their hunting thing, I'd like to go over the gear, like the miscellaneous gear, and see if there's anything of quality or of like actual value amongst it.
The swords that they were using are pretty standard synth swords. They look like they've been crafted by an outright amateur. They're not really the sharpest. If any of you took damage during the battle, you're surprised that they were able to even pierce your skin, but they did for whatever reason. So they're not the best. But if you did collect them, they could probably be melted down in the nearest city for shins, if there's a thing. Because remember, shins aren't a specific metal because everything's so common. Shins are just whatever people can melt down and put the official stamp of the nation on it.
Is their armor any good, or do they have anything else of value, like their boots maybe?
No, it's just standard mufficorn stuff. They killed some mufficorns and made some boots and armor out of it.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave them. I don't want to carry that stuff.
Okay.
I'm not very strong. I mean, if Tuck wants to grab it, I don't care, but not me.
We have horses to carry stuff.
You don't have
That's true.
horses, you have Garthox.
Yeah, we have Garthox.
to
Yeah,
carry
but-
stuff.
My boy is such a city boy, he doesn't even think about that. If you want to do it, go for it.
I'd like to take just one of the packs and toss it onto one of the Garhawks.
Garthox.
Fox. Spell it for me phonetically. Garfox.
He did already.
You know what? You insult the closest Garthok to you, and it does 3 points of my no. If you can tell me with what you have on your person, how you would attach whatever you're attaching to the Garthok.
50 feet of rope.
All right, fair enough. You do you cut the rope down, or do you tie all 50 feet around this Garthok multiple times?
How wide are they?
They're a little bit wider than a horse, and they have some rough, scaly skin.
So I'll cut it into like a 6-foot length and use that.
Would that make it around a horse?
I don't know.
Let's say you cut your rope in half and wrap that
Okay.
around. So now you have two 25-foot ropes, and I guess you attach a backpack or something to that rope is what you're doing, and so
Yep.
you've made like a makeshift saddle pack or something.
Yep.
All right, sounds good.
GM, I think that you should Google circumference of horse and see what it says.
Well, it ranges, right? Because there's different size horses, and these things
That's
are large.
true. They're larger.
So they'd be like 18 hands or 20 hands, probably.
Now he's really doing.
There's a horse measurement blog. Horse
Like 10,
measurement
20.
instructions.
Probably be 25 feet around.
Before you begin, make sure your horse is standing on even ground. Measurement should be recorded in inches. Please do not attempt to measure an unwilling horse. We appreciate your contribution to our equine genetics research.
I can tell you how to measure a horse if you really wanted to.
No,
But yeah, it'll probably be about 25 feet around.
That's okay. Oh, are they really 25 feet around? Okay, that's fine. They're wider than a horse, so we'll say 25 feet around. So you make a makeshift saddlebag out of one of your backpacks. So now your Garthok has a saddlebag. And you're going to have to figure out a way, whether you do it on another sheet of paper or something. You've lost a backpack. Your Garthok now has a backpack. If you want to claim that one as your own, which is a good point. What are the names of your Garthoks?
Well, there's only 3 of them, so I guess we have to
Are
decide.
they male or female?
Are you brave enough to get underneath to check?
Tuck, you want to check for me?
Oh no.
You are not sure of the gender of your Garthoks.
How about this? Each of you guys take a Garthok, and I'll remain.
Well, I was just
Okay.
going to say that I can walk because I've got a pretty high speed anyway. So
Sure, you do. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll grab one then.
All right.
And I will name mine Trixie.
Trixie. Okay.
Trixie.
Do you two want to name your Garthoks? Naming's ours. Okay, you guys think about what you want to name your
you can always
Garthoks.
go to chat and see what chat recommends for your Garthok names.
All right. So I assume you guys want to go ahead and get going on the road again. Is that the case? Okay.
Yeah, and as we go north, I just want to keep an eye out in case there is a camp that was in the north.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
expect to be one, but you never know.
Yep.
Can we find like a river or like a source of water to clean the blood off, or?
Yeah, you can. Let's say. We'll see.
Survival skill?
Maybe. Well, you don't really find anything as of yet, but you might run into something. Maybe. All right. So you guys continue your journey northward. And about midday, the path kind of branches out into 2 directions. One of the directions has a really crappy sign that says "danger this way," and it's kind of like slanted and falling apart and stuff like that. Looks like it's a pretty old sign, and "danger" is spelled with a J. And the other way is it doesn't have any type of signs or anything. It definitely looks way more traveled though.
I look at Skylar and look at the danger path and look back at Skylar. Look at the danger path, look back at Skylar, and then like
yeah, in the
so-
ninth world, these kinds of warnings aren't that uncommon. There's a lot of weird stuff happening in the world, and it's a lot like police officers today. People will flash their lights when a police is coming down the street to warn you to slow down and stuff like that. It's kind of like this way in the ninth world. Someone came across something they probably didn't understand and probably put up like some type of sign or something to warn people away. And most of the time people listen to those signs. It's up to your group, obviously, if you want to listen to those or not.
So Tuck just looks at and shrugs his shoulders and he keeps walking along.
This is
Yeah,
on
which
the
way?
way to that
Yeah,
town.
which way?
right?
Past the sign.
Yeah,
So
the
on other-
danger
on the
part the danger sign kind of takes a different path.
Not on the way to Githar,
So-
right?
what you're saying is
no,
the danger path is a detour potentially.
a detour potentially, yes.
So that's just so you know, Tuck, or not Tuck, but
What?
Yeah, it's a distraction from our main quest here, which is to get back to Thamor, warn King Hova.
But on the
And
way, we're
plan
stopping
the-
at this little town thing.
If it turns out to be really interesting, then sure.
I'd like to follow Tuck with my Garthok named Horse.
All right, your Garthok named horse. I assume all of you that have one are riding them. So two of you are kind of heading in the safe direction, I guess. What are the other 2 of you doing?
I'll look over at Skylar again. They're not going to do it. We should just catch up with them.
Yeah. I mean, this is like that one time, and just the 2 of us, I don't think can do it.
We'll do
I'd
it.
like to have an epiphany, go back and check the sign to see if it spins.
You check the sign and doesn't spin, but it breaks from under you. It
Well,
breaks.
sucks to be whoever else is gonna come this way.
Yeah, Skylar and I catch up with Tuck.
Okay. Awesome. Well, you keep along the path. And since you guys are so wanting to get a fourth Garthok, I'll go ahead and tell you that it looks like there's a guy riding a Garthok in front of you.
You're Tuck. You're Garthok, right there.
Do you scream that out loud?
Not super loud, but I say it to Tuck.
So is he riding the Garthok, or is he just walking?
He's riding it.
He's riding it.
He's coming in our direction, right? So we're
But
both.
it's not.
Yeah, I'll say he's coming in your direction.
Okay, so he's coming towards us from the north.
Mm-hmm.
But he's riding the Garthok, so it's not like I can jump up and knock him off of the darn thing.
It's your Garthok, Tuck.
But you're on a Garthok too, so like you're like face to face and on the same height and all that kind of stuff. So
okay, Tuck, for you, I will do it.
Thank you.
So when the guy gets in range, so short range, I'm going to mind blast him.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So you just mind blast him. He kind of looks up at the sky and kind of slumps over and kind of pulls the reins of the Garthok, and the Garthok is now going in circles with a slumped over body on top.
Your Garthok, sir. That's yours, Tuck. I read it.
Oh, sorry.
He has no idea what happened.
I was too busy writing an OOC. So, okay. So what did he do? I'm sorry.
Oh, he cast Mind Blast. Since the guy's caught completely unaware, he's just slumped over, and the Garthok is now going in circles because the guy's kind of slumped over with the reins pulling to one side.
Yeah. So I go over to where the Garthok comes back around, and I grab the guy, yank him off of it, and climb up on top of the Garthok.
All right, you have your own Garthok now. What is his name?
It's the Garthok with no name.
Okay.
I thought it was just going to be Garthok.
It's Garthok.
Garthok, the Garthok. While Tuck does that and sorts himself out, I'm going to dismount and go through the guy's gear, see if he has any provisions, shins, things.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of looking at him. Hey, man, this is my Garthok. You're like,
It's your Garthok, yeah.
Left, it's mine.
Yep, it'll be yours. I'll give it all to Tuck if there is anything.
There's about 5 shins in a pack. He doesn't really have much of anything. He doesn't even have rations or anything like that.
5 more shins for Tuck, and then I hop back on my Garthok and let's get going.
Mm-hmm. How many miles did I say? I said like 30 miles or something, right?
You said 30 miles traveling unmounted, and I don't know what you want to do for mounted.
I didn't say anything mounted. The official rule is 20 miles per day, so we'll say 40 miles mounted.
Okay.
So we'll just double that. Garthoks can walk twice as fast as a person. Let me write that down.
Shikoba?
I need to keep a calendar. I need to make a calendar of some kind. So you guys have traveled now a few days, 3 days or something.
So we're down. All right.
Wait. If we've traveled 3 days, can we take 3 days worth of restoration rolls?
No, because you slept all those 3 days.
Right. So
why would you take you took the restoration rolls when you went to sleep?
Oh, I see what you mean. I thought you meant from the last.
Oh no.
We've now. Okay.
No, I'm saying right now you traveled 3 days, so it's about 60 miles. I don't.
I'm gonna try hunting again because we're getting low on rations.
Okay. And if you want to apply effort to your hunting, you can lower that from the 15. You can lower that to I don't know, a 4.
I'll go look for berries again.
All right.
Okay.
So might, I'm guessing, or intelligence
for hunting. You know, I'll let you decide which pool that would come out. Are you a strong hunter, a fast hunter, or do you outwit the animals?
Outwit, because I have an edge in intellect. So.
That's perfectly acceptable. Shiro doesn't find any berries. He wasn't able to outwit the plants. You kind of saw him skulking along, trying to sneak up on one, but alas, he was unsuccessful. Skylar, though, expended some effort and found another mufficorn, which I believe I said those were 10 days worth of rations if you want to spend the 4 hours cooking or cutting it up.
Yes.
And another chance at a hide.
Another
Yes.
chance at a hide. Yeah, sure. Let's what did I say that was? That was a 4 or a 5 last time? You got it. No, that was something else. So go ahead and roll for a 4 difficulty on that hide because it's normally a 5. Awesome, you got another hide. Now these mufficorns, you're getting 10 days worth of rations at least. These hides are pretty heavy. So you won't really be able to carry 2 of them on your person. If you want to carry 1 on you, I'll allow that because you're carrying a lot of stuff. You're carrying armor, swords, and crossbows and stuff.
Can I drape it over my my Garthok?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
So I'm gonna do that.
Okay, awesome. So you drape that across your Garthok. And for the sake of moving things along, I'm sure as much as you guys enjoy going day by day on this wonderful trail, now that you have 4 Garthoks,
Murdering people.
you guys start traveling a few days later, and let's see, it was 40. I wish I could do something weird. All right, so that's about. You're really traveling 40 miles mounted. So 40 is like that much, and then you start. So that's only about 3 days travel on Garthok. So you go ahead and rest the night. Nothing happens. You can do a roll for that, and the next day you actually manage to make it to Gutherin. And give me a minute here. It's 9:45. It's not time for a break yet. Let me pull up the Gutherin stuff.
We can probably
Let's
break
get
early
rid
if
of
you
all
need to.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go and take another 5-minute break. I'll prepare Gutherin, and then we will get rocking and rolling.